Greetings, everyone. Core here, and been a little while. Like I had mentioned before, not too many movie reviews. Pretty much just a couple of weeks. Hopefully, we'll have something in the next couple of weeks as well. But so this one is about. I want to talk about the new Fooly Cooly season, which uh, which is Fooly Cooly Progressive, which is I actually do like the title because it's something it's continuing. It's being progressive in its storytelling and just continuing the storyline and everything. Which I gotta say, it's interesting watching it after so long. I mean, it's been about 14 years, I think. Or when did it come out? It came out, yeah, it came out like 2004, 2003. I think it was on Cartoon Network, Toonami, and stuff like that. And then it re-showed around 2006, I believe. But I saw when it first came out, thanks to my neighbor. He kind of introduced me to anime in the whole, showing me, Cowboy Bebop, showing me Fooly Cooly, which Fooly Cooly just clicked. It's only 6 episodes, so it's easy to catch all the episodes and watch the whole series. Compared to Cowboy Bebop, which Cowboy Bebop was really great too as well. I mean, most of the episodes were standalones. They do carry somewhat story throughout most of it. Granted, the main story is about 5 episodes, besides the introduction of each character. But yeah, man, Fully Cooley was an interesting anime to say the least. It's a great anime to watch, especially for a year between, I would say, about 10 in high school, 10 and 18. I think it's the perfect time to see it. It's definitely something interesting, and that there's a lot to talk about in it. Granted, it's kind of a coming of age story, but it's of course with sci-fi mix and crazy, awesome, catchy music. But it's just amazing how it all comes together, how it all works, how there's so much depth and meaning between every scene, and just what they did with it was really awesome. I used to make anime music videos back in the day. Previous channels, which I've lost already because copyright strikes and everything. I think I might have one or two videos on here still for Fully Cooly, but I have a couple other. They're just really just my old videos. So if you want to go looking for that, checking them out. But yeah, man, like Fully Cooly was one of those probably one of those animes that definitely is my top picks. It's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, I'll throw on the episode whenever I want and just watch it, just and be entertained, just like the first time I saw it. But Progressive is interesting. I think I was kind of looking at it like just trying to dissect the whole thing, trying to figure out. First, I wanted to figure out, okay, when does this take place? Okay, now who are any of these characters related to the first series? Because Progressive is a continuation. There is going to be another season, I guess you could call it. It's going to be called Fully Coolly Alternative, I believe, which will be in a couple months. But Progressive is, I kind of want to say it's 6 episodes. They're doing a weekly showing, so the first episode just came out just this Saturday night, and I finally got around to watching it. Of course, it's Sunday night, but man, I it's interesting to see what they did. They're definitely capturing some of the uh, uniqueness that Fully Cooley brought around, as well as adding some new stuff. The animation looks pretty good so far. I can't say it's cheap. It's definitely, you can tell it's definitely a little bit more modern. I think it's mostly the backgrounds because the backgrounds kind of had a more watercolory feel to them, like a storyboard, compared to now where they're nice, but there's a little difference. So it is definitely going to stand out different from the first, but it's weird because, like I said, I was kind of dissecting and trying to figure things out, and just piecing together everything and trying to figure out these characters because there's a new, you know, chick with, a badass look and a crazy uh, cruiser with, another bass guitar that comes into this picture with another adolescent kid being the center of it. But it actually feels more that it's not just one person. That's actually going to be two people that it's going to revolve around, but also two badass chicks with bases. um, it seems like this story does take place in a different town. It seems like the mother of the girl from that you've probably seen from the trailers with the rabbit, not rabbit, the bunny, cat ears, yeah, with the cat ear headphones. It kind of feels like the mother was in Fooly Cooly 1, because she makes a mention of that the plant, which is the one that looks like a giant old school iron, looks just like the plant from their previous town. So that's interesting. It almost makes me want to believe it's the mother, or it could be Mamimi. Actually, now that I think about it, because the hair color is very similar to Mamimi, and she did kind of want to start anew. So could be. I didn't quite look it up. I'm actually gonna look it up while I'm talking about it. But yeah, man, like um, it's interesting to see. I don't think she was listed under it, but she does look very similar to it. Uh, yeah, but so it's gonna be interesting to see what this cast does. This next episode should be very interesting. Yeah, it's set for 6 episodes for this season, so I believe they'll be releasing it 1 episode a week. Um, the main character, I mean, she's pretty cool. It's interesting to see. I think a lot of people, at least uh, high school kids, I believe they are high school age, definitely, you know, would do something like this. So it's definitely relatable, just like the first Fooly Cooly was. There's actually not much information about it online right now, but I kind of want to feel. I don't believe they mention what her name actually is, but yeah. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm actually playing the episode again because I want to see what's in the credits. If they actually title, do they actually give her a name? Because the end credits, I think, give away a lot. The ending of this episode is great. It just, I had a feeling. So in their class, the teacher is very unique and kind of like a substitute teacher in the way she said that she was only assigned the week before. But yeah, like it seems like you kind of get an idea of who it might be, which yeah, it is who you think it is. The voice actors, it's the same, which I don't want to give it away because I think you should watch it, but it's really great seeing finally at the end where the big reveal, Mission Impossible stuff, which is just like the whole speech that she gives and everything she says is pretty awesome. And like I said, the end credits has so much going on. It actually kind of tells the story of what happened after Fooly Cooly, what happened with Haruko, and kind of what is leading up to Progressive, which is interesting. Um, but yeah, man, like I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, they didn't put. So she's not listed. So I'm looking at the cast. So Mami is not listed as the mother, but granted, there's not actually a lot of voice actresses, in fact, voice actress people listed. So could be wrong, but I feel like it's Mami. She's very unique and very um, interesting. And like I said, the end credits show a lot of actually shows Haruko actually getting uh, was it Adam, Artemis, or um, yeah, I think it was Adam, but the giant space bird pirate, and what happens when she gets that, and it's pretty unique. But she pretty much does not continue having it, She gets pretty much split up into two people. At least that's what it looks like. Could be wrong, but yeah, it's interesting to see what's gonna happen with this. The Pillows are back, of course, for sound, which is great. Their music is always, it just fits so perfectly with the whole story. But yeah, man, I'm thinking my Mimi is the mother and she's the daughter, which is gonna be interesting because they don't show who the father is. But from what it seems like, that the little cat ear headphones that the main girl has, that it seems like they were a gift, which are probably from the father, maybe. And they're even there's even comments about them how they're very unique and there's no sound. It's a very interesting piece. So there's something definitely gonna happen with that. There's a cool little intro where it shows her and pretty much shows Kante version 2.0, which is really cool. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get some thoughts out there. I feel like my Mimi is the mother. I don't think she was listed because she's pretty much just called as mother, which, I mean, granted, she could always have had her name change, new town, new identity, just starting over. So I could see that happening. There are a couple familiar faces, like I said, uh, coming back into this series, so it is a continuation. And even the main male, looks interesting because of his looks. You probably seen him. He has very bushy eyebrows, so that's interesting. As well as something happens in the episode that also makes it more interesting as well, because it kind of makes you think it is a couple of years later. That's Nauta, the previous main character from the Fooly Cooly one, but he is not called Nauta. He has a completely different name, so it's probably not him. But the way he looks, the way he kind of acts is different. But the way he looks just kind of makes you think it is, but it's not. Hopefully, it's not. I don't want the whole change of identity thing. Besides of it's my Mimi being the mother, I think that's the only one that would fit because I don't know. Like now that I thought about it, I just thought about it right now. I kept thinking it was what's her name? The really snobby chick from the first one that pretty much gets on Naoto's nerves and is in a couple major episodes. But yeah, I don't think it's her because the hair color, granted, of course, could be changed, but I feel like it's my Mimi. I think it's her as the mother. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, there's some more clarification on the mother, father of their kids, how they're related, because they definitely feel like they're connected somehow to the previous Fooly Cooly. But if you guys seen it, if you want to talk about it, go ahead and, leave some in the comments. Hopefully, we'll start cracking this down. I just wanted to make this video just to make a video as well as to talk about an anime that I really love. It's one of my favorites. It's just I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I hope it lives up to what people want, from it. I hope it does really well. So, till next time, guys. Later.